I think we have a submission with the rarest Pokemon ever. Zyro here says that this Huntail does not have Shell Smash. Then how is it useful? How is it going to be able to do anything? That's like 99% of Huntail. That's 100% of Huntail. Use Shell Smash, you hope you can get 1 or 2 off, and then you hope you can kind of mow down a team. It's not supposed to do anything else. It's a tank Huntail. How does that happen? How does that... Well, actually, okay. Against the Aggron, maybe. Against the Mega Aggron, not really feeling it. Because the Mega Aggron goes full steel, so any super effective... Okay. Okay, you're winning me over right now. The Super Fang. It's a nice touch. And the Heavy Slam from the opponent isn't really going to accomplish much. Okay. Alright, Huntail's tanky enough right there to where the damage doesn't come through. That's going to be leftover, so tank Huntail confirmed. It's not going to go and pull out some kind of silliness. Going for the double Super Fang into the finish, because you might as well drop an opponent down to 75%. Aggron's starting to get that curse. I mean, does Huntail have Scald? Like, if it has Scald, then this is actually a really good set. Because you're tanky, you got some health sustain. I'm wondering if it's tanky enough to survive a lot of hits, though. Like, I don't know if the base stats are there. Ooh, a Brine. All right. Super Fang into Brine. That works. Okay, now we get to see if it's tanky enough to last against some Pokemon. Because the opponent went for setup, kind of got bashed down by the Huntail. But what about, like, hard-hitting Pokemon? About something... Okay, okay, Leafeon's too much of a test. That's a super effective hit. Sets up the Sunny Day, though, so going in the face of this Huntail. Also, I'm wondering, like, if Scald is actually better than Brine, because it might have, like, the poison. Okay, Toxic. Toxic's cool. That works. Maybe, okay, now I understand why there isn't Scald. I just like that if you could go, like, a higher amount of special defense investment, go for the Scald burn, and then get a little bit more survivability out of this. So we're going, okay, Leafeon just set up the Sunny Day for its own Chlorophyll. Huntail's going to protect. Get a little bit extra out of that Toxic. Interesting. Into the Leaf Blade. Now it's what? Okay, I gotta see if Huntail can survive the Leaf Blade. Like, that'll show if it's tanky enough. So, Leafeon, stab, super effective Leaf Blade. Huntail, can it do it? Alright, it's that tanky for a super effective hit. There's the Life Orb. Huntail has Super Fang. Is it enough? Because Leafeon's going to take poison damage this turn, but then next turn it attacks and does poison, so Huntail's going to 2 for 1. Unless it protects. Wait, protect, that's enough to take it out, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Alright, Huntail. You're actually doing something. And everything I've known in my entire life is now... Like, Brine! I've never recommended Brine, but Super Fang Brine actually works. And it took out the Leafeon. What? Alright, Crobat, I think that's just going to be too fast. Too much just straight damage to finish this one off. Wow, and we do have another battle, so we're going to check out that. There's actually 2 more submissions, but I don't want to make this too long. I want to see how the next one goes. But there might be something to it, so here we go. Let's get into this. Actually, wait, no, the battle's not over yet. Gotta wait for Rarest to take out the Crobat, which probably won't be hard. So Crobat's... Oh, never mind. Steel Wing, jeez. Aurora's Focus Sash? No, Crobat doesn't have enough on that Steel Wing, even though it's 4 times super effective. Hyper Voice, Refrigerate, super effective Ice. There we go. Crobat goes down, and now let's move on to the next battle. Alrighty then. So this is a very ferocious, almost super generic Battle Spot team. The Suicune's there, the Mega Kangaskhan there, and the Talonflame is there. So... now I'm wondering, like, where the tanky investment is. Is that in the comment? Does the comment say anything? No, it doesn't talk about the Huntail's moveset. Because I'm like, full defensive tank. Maybe it could survive this stuff out. Actually, the Brine on the Talonflame could be interesting. Because it's decent damage. This is where I'd rather have the Scald. Because the thing about Brine, sure it works. Sure it does a lot of damage. But a lot of Pokemon, unless they're going to do that recoil. Oh, man, that would have been great to just go... Super Fang Brine into this Talonflame. It wouldn't be on the field as often or for as long of a time. Because that's the thing. Since a lot of people, they have it to where their Pokemon don't have even hit points because Stealth Rocks, damage over time, splitting moves like this apparently. Substitute, Leech Seed, a lot of really weird things like that. A lot of people have like uneven things. So the Super Fang into Brine isn't going to work out too much. That's a crit though. Huntail just tanked that crit like it was nothing. So that works out pretty well. There's a Super Fang. Oh no, like the Toxic combo. I've always talked about Toxic Infestation, but Toxic Super Fang is absolutely ridiculous because You Toxic, you Super Fang, you Protect, and then they die. It just happens. That's actually really cool. And then Huntail gets a couple of free turns. Ah, must has the Roost. Dang. The opponent reading that Protect a little too efficiently right there. That's upsetting because, like, yeah, the Brine, any attack would have taken that. But Talonflame decided to go for the Roost. Well, actually, since Roost brings it up, yeah, go for Scald. That's my 2 cents. But there's a Brave Bird. I guess Huntail is going to survive it, or else, like, why would you post this? Yeah, okay, that has to be, like, full hit points in defense, then. Then where's the special events on this Pokemon? I don't know. There's the Brine. That's going to be the takedown. But I guess, you know, Brine works in its own way. Just like how we saw Chikorita. If you want to be silly, and you want to take on the opponent like that, you know, the Brine, they'll go, what's that move? I've never seen it before. And then they lose to Brine. Kangaskhan. Alright. How's Kangaskhan going to do here? If it gets greedy and goes for Power Up Punch, that means Huntail is going to win. Maybe. Off some shenanigans. But I think it's over. Like, you protect the Fake Out, so you get a little bit of leftovers. Yep, there we go. I feel like the opponent's going to get greedy on something like that. Or is it going to use, like, Sucker Punch and not have anything happen? So Kangaskhan goes for the Sucker Punch. Oh, it's going to land. Oh, Huntail with the 3 hit points on that Sucker Punch. Like, why not use the return from the opponent? Because Kangaskhan's just going to be faster. So there's a Super Fang. As you can see, still above half right there. Leftover's going to heal. I guess you protect into something. But that's kind of it. Yeah, Huntail's going to protect. Kangaskhan, did he learn his lesson? Is he going to use the return? Yeah, there's the return right there. So no respect on the Huntail. And it's going to survive right there. So I guess, yeah, Huntail's going down. Like, Sucker Punch is going to miss because there's the Toxic. He just used Toxic earlier. That's what this Huntail is capable of. Why not return? Is the question. There we go, Huntail with the... I mean, it's still working. Like, it took out the Talonflame, so very least, Huntail 1-for-1's a Talonflame. But it also looks like it's going to pick up some cheese on this Kangaskhan. So Huntail protects. There's a Sucker Punch. That's the fail. That's the stuff right there. Poison, poison. I don't think it's going to be enough. There's not enough double poison there, right? Nah, that's not going to do it. Huntail could get the double protect. As Kangaskhan goes for the Power-Up Punch. No, when are you going to learn your lesson, Kangaskhan? That was the critical hit. Oh. Nope, not enough. Not even enough. Double crit, maybe. But not that, and Huntail just finishes on the Brine. Now, actually, it brings into question, though. If Kangaskhan, and if, like, Huntail was at full health, it actually probably would have rocked against the Kangaskhan pretty effectively. So, now, there's Suicune. Because, what? Return is, like, slightly less than double the damage of a Sucker Punch. So if Huntail didn't start off with, like, no health, that would have been fine. And Huntail survives! Even the Ice Beam. Gets frozen, though, which is unfortunate. Wait, it thaws out into the flinched... Wait. I'm confused. Does that, like, Razor Fang Suicune or something? Either way, Huntail's, like, barely surviving everything right now. And there's the Ice Beam. Yeah, he was just using Ice Beam, and it freeze plus the flinch. That's like a 1% odds. That's the worst turn of this Huntail's life. But it was at like 20 hit points, right? So he'll survive this. Oh my lord. The Suicune can't finish off the Huntail. Huntail gets to protect it down, and then like double protect into survival. Silliness right here. And yeah, and then we see, like, yeah, and then it goes for the Hyper Fang, and then all that poison damage ticks down, and then Suicune goes away. That was weird. Let's show that other battle, then. Yeah, like, I know people are going to complain about the Kangaskhan, but overall, like I said, if Huntail was at full, still took out the Talonflame, and it's still, like, you gotta respect. No matter what happens, you gotta respect. And here we go. So, solid battle, potentially. This one isn't as crazy like the other one said things like, the last battle was apparently the best. I guess it's just from how clutch all that was. Like, no, Kangaskhan, you went for the freebies and you didn't get it. Like, yeah, in a perfect world, maybe you get to Power Up Punch, get 2 free off the Huntail, but it's too tanky for that. Huntail's going to switch out, doesn't want to deal with the Togekiss. So, not just playing Huntail as the star of the show all the time. And Mantine works because Togekiss is going to be a special attacker, and Mantine has some of the highest special defense in the game. There's a Withdrawal on the Togekiss, so we're getting a free turn right here. And yeah, and also the 2-for-1 was another like title of the battle. So this one's just Huntail does solid. And we're going to see how solid it is. Ice Beam, not going to do anything to the Metagross. Resisted. Togekiss would have eaten hits. And Mantine doesn't have, like, super crazy amounts of damage. So, Mega Metagross, how tanky are you? We'll see. So, Zen Headbutt. Going for just solid stab, solid neutral. Wow, very solid. That actually has a good chance of, like, flinching and shutting down the Mantine, right? Ah, there it is. There's the flinch, there's paralysis. It wants to switch out. It's not going to be able to survive another Zen Headbutt right there. Huntail walking right on into this hit to just, yeah, all right. There's the difference in damage right there. Taking 60, so should be able to survive the next two. Huntail's going to protect, gain that health. Yeah, you just always take those protects. But now it gets fancy because I feel like the Scald would work better against, like, Steel-type Pokemon or something like that, because with the Toxic, you can't hit it right here. Alright, so Huntail's going to avoid. There's the Super Fang. Metagross going to get dropped below half. And then the Brine's going to punch pretty hard. So if the Brine finishes off Metagross, I'll give it. I'll give that one up right there. That'd be ridiculous. So Huntail's going to keep protecting, and that's what you just keep taking with these hits, because it works out pretty well. So Metagross with the Iron Defense. I guess he's expecting, like, Waterfall or something, just the straight damage from the Huntail, but he's not going to be doing that. This is fancy. This is getting interesting right now. Metagross with the Meteor Mash. That's going to be resisted, so going to try to get a lot of damage, gain the attack, and then go for it. So here's Brine from Huntail, and the Brine is going to not finish off Metagross. Whew, I about lost it right there. That got close, and there we go. So there's the Zen Headbutt. Huntail is going to be able to survive pretty effectively. There's the Brine, and that's going to be the KO. So Huntail is putting in solid work as the battle code promised. Here's the thing. That's what I don't understand. Like, it's Tank Huntail. How is this working? Like, just the power of Super Fang, Toxic, and an offensive move. And Protect Leftovers. Like, when I talk about Protect Leftovers being the only sustain for some Pokemon, I mean it. And it works. So yeah, Huntail doesn't like this because he's pretty much just going to get flinched out or something. But no, opponent anticipating a switch right there. Dazzling Gleam will finish off the Huntail. So it looks like it's only a pure defensive tank. Makes sense. Rarest comes in. And that's pretty free, I will say, because there's a Hyper Voice. Is that Scarf? No, wait, no, we already saw the Focus Sash. So that's just Tank Togekiss. Meant to be super slow and ridiculous right there. But that's going to one-shot the Togekiss. Hyper Voice. Refrigerate, super effective, stab, Latias. Okay, did he switch it up and actually, like, Scarf at some point? I'm confused. No, wait, actually no, it was Scarf the whole time because Crobat outsped, but the Steel Wing wasn't enough when it should have been from, like, a 4-time super effective hit. Either way, that's the battle right there. So the team has synergy. The team has synergy. Also, my voice cracked when I said either really hard. So Huntail is a big defensive tank. That's why you have Mantine for the special defense tank. So you can play that up, and then you go into the Auroras, and then things work out. So it works. Good job. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Got some more Fan Fridays coming up. Wow.